If you drive around pretty much anywhere in the US, you'll notice that SUVs, crossovers, and pickup trucks have taken over. It wasn't always like this. A few decades ago, the word car really meant something that looked like this. SUVs and pickup trucks were for work or off-roading mostly. But SUVs especially started taking off in the 90s with seminal vehicles like the Toyota RAV4, Ford Explorer, Chevrolet Suburban, the Jeep Cherokee, and others. In the years that followed, they completely gobbled up the market. Check this graphic out. In 2000, sedans made up 42% of the US market. In 2025, that was down to 13%. SUVs overtook them in 2015. Then pickup trucks surpassed them in 2020. In 2025, SUVs reached 58% of the market versus 19% in 2000. The SUV had some advantages. For one thing, customers showed they were willing to pay more for an SUV than for a sedan or coupe of the same size. Here's an example. In 2018, Ford released a compact SUV called the EcoSport, which it said it could charge more for than a comparable compact car. Another advantage, these vehicles were technically classified as light trucks, which meant they were subject to more lenient fuel economy regulations than passenger cars were. But now, the average transaction price on a vehicle is close to $50,000, and a lot of automakers, dealers, and industry analysts are worrying that high vehicle prices are driving customers away. Among the most affordable options out there are sedans, four-door, low-roofed passenger cars. The vast majority of those are made by foreign automakers.
With affordability being such an issue in the industry, our passenger cars have done really well. Camry, Corolla, Prius, they're all selling really well.
We talked with people from Kia, Toyota, and Volkswagen. They all said their sedan portfolios are providing an affordable entry point for buyers, especially younger ones. Kia and Toyota's best-selling models are SUVs, but the Kia K4 and Toyota Camry are those brands' second best-selling vehicles.
K4 we've introduced a couple of years ago. It's just been doing phenomenally well for us, way over plan, and a lot of it is affordability. It's a nice-sized vehicle, it looks great, it's full of technology, and for a lot of customers it fits their needs. We have the youngest average age of any category in the K5, and a lot of it is this new generation that grew up in the back seat of an SUV. For the rest of us who grew up with sedans all the time, it's old hat, but for new buyers, they like the look. They like the idea of doing something different.
Volkswagen has kept its Jetta in the American market for 45 years.
The Jetta, for example, is of course important to also attract entry customers. So hopefully to be able to grow them in the brand from a Jetta maybe to a Taos to a Tiguan to an Atlas. So this is also the logic behind it.
Auto industry analyst Stephanie Brinley of S&P Global Mobility said it's doubtful sedans are ever going to return to what they were in their heyday. But affordability and the lure of something different might continue to attract customers. And there is something else. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is revising that regulatory change on fuel economy standards that favored SUVs. At least some crossovers might no longer be considered light trucks. While the government is loosening fuel economy regulations overall, the reclassifications of those vehicles might incentivize automakers to build more sedans and coupes again. And that could be a tailwind for those segments.